Right, this is day number 33. Let's take a listen back. Over to Pro Tools. And play. So this song... Oh, hold on. I gotta change this. Okay, now we're ready to go. So I had my volume like too high. I couldn't even hear myself speak over the song. Anyways, this song is a various collection of unrelated guitar loops from Logic that I imported into Pro Tools and then wrote everything else over. So you can see like this folder with leads is all that stuff, like really stuff in different keys, unrelated things that I, retimed and retuned so they all could work together. Try to figure out like the puzzle of like how can I get all these unrelated things to have some sort of like song form and progression. And then I'm adding a ton of stuff, beyond that, like the rhythm, adding more guitars, programming the drums, figuring out the bass line, all that stuff, which is really cool. And you notice like this riff kind of repeats from the verse, but obviously now we have a very different feel with the drums. Super busy. Kind of like writing this. This is really not like stuff that I often write is kind of like heavier metal, super fast kind of stuff, but I really enjoy it. It's kind of fun just to be like, give me the fattest guitar tone ever, give me the most obnoxious sounds that I could possibly ever get. It's really fun to dig into that because I find it's often useful in pop too, like when I'm like I need a really distorted fuzzy guitar to kind of layer in everything else. Being able to practice and get sounds like this, I think, is all very informative. It all helps in the moment. I'm like, well, I know how to get that kind of guitar tone because I did it before. And if I can't remember, I can always open up this session and remember how it all goes. And also, if you notice, there's a slightly different harmony here between the first pre-chorus and chorus compared to the second pre-chorus and chorus. The chords that I'm like playing underneath, of course, like the loop stays the same, but the chords that I'm playing on the rhythm guitar are slightly different. I have a little more voices, I think, in the pre-chorus chorus, like the second time around. A little more dense voicings, a little more complex stuff, a little more crazy stuff, just to kind of give it a flow too, like it gets more complex as we go. And here we go to the bridge, classic. Oh wow, it's not a halftime feel, it's still pretty fast. I thought I remember this is a halftime feel bridge, but nope. Plugging along, but obviously the harmonic rhythm of the lead part is half as much as it is before. Anyways. Yeah, a classic song form. Verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, double chorus, and don't overthink it. Oh, actually it's a single chorus. Never mind. It looks like a double chorus because it's longer, but I think it's just because I have extra space at the end for the actual end bit. So, we have this, really good finale. Okay, let's go over and talk about the mix. As there was a lot of stuff I had to do with, specifically these to really get them to sound decent in any way. I'm cranking the heck out of that. Often that's what I do on these electric guitars. The classic cut the lows, boost the highs. Also a don't overthink it moment. Cut the lows, boost the highs. Shout out to Payment. Going very slow here, going over 2 bars. Yeah. Just to give a little bit of space, give a little bit of complexity, get it to stand out from the other guitar parts. And again, cut the lows, boost the highs, cut the lows, boost the highs, cut the lows, boost the highs, cut the lows, boost the highs. Of course. Alright, let's go over... Oh, I have everything to do. Sick. I think the drums, always. Using slow rivers, using this indie kit right here. You get these really big sounds. You get this like massive freaking kick drum. 26 inches. That's just obnoxious. But you get this really dense, fat sound that, works well for this kind of stuff. Alright, Townhouse. Again, the dialed settings. 1.7. Okay. I have a theory that it's always around 1.9. I hate why it's a theory about my own workflow, which is kind of silly. Like, how could I have a theory? I don't know. I'm getting too meta here. A theory about how it's not a theory then. It's just an observation of how I work. Anyways, Townhouse. Love the Townhouse message drum compressor. This is mimicking like an SSL Buss Compressor. And then, of course, Rock Rack on the bass. cut the lows. I'm not boosting the highs here, but I am cutting the lows, and then Distressor to glue everything together. A little bit of a higher compression than I usually do. I'm usually hanging around 4, but here I guess I push it up to 6, just to give it a little more beef. And then Rock Rack on the, Rock Rack is super excellent for these kind of like really heavy tones. I find it super easy to get those kind of sounds out of it. They have like such, I mean, you can like look through the names of some of these, like rock, hard rock. Even this mellow leads is freaking crazy loud. More gain, crunchy raw, distorted synth bass. Like, it's just really geared for these heavier tones. So pretty easy to get that. And then again, cut the lows, boost the highs. Probably too many highs. I do find when I play these back in my car, it's like really obnoxiously loud. The highs. So anyway, something I've learned. You know, this is day 33. This is back in March, and I've been writing consistently since then. So I've only learned more and more. Rock Rack again on these guys. Again, kind of a heavier sound. If you notice, let's see. Oh no, this is a chance where I used the same, but I usually try to mix it up, like the different mics. You can hear this is 563A, 563B. Get a little bit of a different sound between those two guitars. Even though like I kind of want the same mic and the same, you know, amp and same kind of speaker. It's like, yeah, I want it a little bit different so that you have some distinction. Because again, if I were to record a guitar for real with a real amp and everything, of course it would sound different from performance. So this is a way of like mimicking that in the box, if you will. All right, sick. Back over to me. Thank you for watching. In the description is a link to my SoundCloud where you can find all these songs in their purest format without yours truly yapping over the top of them. And also in the description is a list of all the plugins I use, all the tools of the trade that are used to make this all happen. So that is all. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.